Well, let us see what is the next best thing that the entire Blender community has come up with this week. So let's check it out. So thanks to Blender Development Fund, with the help of this fund, all the developers have come up with these awesome features which we will be seeing in a moment. So 3D view, local up and down movement to walk navigation. What this actually means is, in the navigation, and here you can walk or fly through the navigation, and what you could do was WASD, of course, with the help of Q and E, you would just lower yourself or lift yourself up. Now with the help of R and F, what you can do is you can just move according to the local Z axis of my camera. That will be very helpful. There is actually a tutorial by Polif Jord, very awesome person and very awesome channel as well. Then the next thing is a very small thing, that in NLA channels, the name channels has been changed to track animation, and here you can change to non-linear animation, and when you create an animation for an object, only then you can see this thing, and these are called as tracks. Next is drag over checkboxes to enable and disable catalogs in selector. You can see over here, if I click and drag this thing, it just seamlessly ticks off everything, and if I click and drag this out, it seamlessly does this thing, and that can be done in the asset browser. Apple III tuning include hardware ray tracing. Thanks to Michael Jones from Apple. First of all, a round of applause for him for helping us tuning the hardware ray tracing on the M3 chips of Apple. Thank you very much. And Intel GPU support for open image denoise now on. I'm doing this for those who don't know. If I go to the rendering, and here if I change this to cycles, and if I come to the layers, the denoise data, and go to compositing and use nodes, and here you will find this. Now this will be working based on GPUs from Intel company. So thank you, Stephen Warner. Thank you very much. Actually, these are very difficult things to code. Like, see how difficult these things are. They do deserve a clap because they have done a lot of things. So thanks to Dupoxy and Bastion Moon, we are getting C++ STL exporter. For those who don't know what this STL file format is, it's mostly used for 3D printing. You two deserve a round of applause. Speed up classic Cuba Aura filter for 4K. For 4K images, it is 30 times faster. Thank you, Habib Rahbikche. You deserve a round of applause. File browser displaying narrowing. What it actually means is, when I come over here, what it actually does is, when you try to make the window smaller and smaller, it will give preference to the name of the file. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, First of all, we need both cheering and clapping for this option, because Harley Action has really made it beautiful actually. This color picker is now going to look something like this, which is really beautiful to look at. You can exactly see what color you are going to select. Interface, yes. It's also visible in this as well. Isn't it great? It's awesome. We should be thankful to Blender Development Fund, because if we go over here and search for, and here you get this blue button, and if you click on this blue button, you are directed to the Blender development page, and here big companies are supporting it, as well as different people are supporting it. Lots and lots of people are supporting it, whatever they can, with how much they can afford. Try to think of one software that could give you this much of options for the price of air, which is just free. Why you should be thanking Blender Development Fund? Because they created the Blender, which in turn gave rise to things like this. This is Voronoi linker. It was actually mind-blowing, because this is how this is going to work. and it's like really, really awesome, and it is showing how it is working and what could be the distance and how it can be connected to. Like you could just click and drag. Look at this thing, man. Look at this thing. You don't even know what the nodes are, but you still have the idea of how these things are going to get connected. And it's not just like for one thing, you can just boom. What more do you want in your life, man? What more do you want in your life? Really, really awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much, whoever has come up with this. Voronoi linker is the thing. Just go and visit it. And you can also see the result as well. Most of you might be knowing about Node Wrangler, and for those who don't know, you can activate it through preference. And this is, I think, the next version of Node Wrangler. It not only works in material, it also works in geometry nodes. I hope it also works in compositor as well. And the next thing is, these are the two nodes which are as a noise texture. And this is for the person who has come up with Voronoi linker. Isn't it awesome? It was like mind-blowing, man. Mind-blowing. How did he even come up with that idea? So that was everything which had come from the left brain of the humans who are working on Blender. So thanks to Blender Development Fund, and I also urge you to support this software because this is giving you so much of features at the price of air. What more do you want in your life, man? For those who work in the realm of Blender and other open source softwares which are used for digital content creation or games or music or movies or videos or any other thing, images. So there is a wonderful website called blenderjob.com. It's going to be an awesome platform for all the content creators. It's like a mall for all the content creators who use open source softwares which are pushed in your face at the price of air. Now we will jump to that part of the brain, which is the artistic brain, which is pushing out all the beautiful things out of this wonderful software. Somehow I keep forgetting that Blender Cycles can render caustic shadows out of the box. Isn't it right? It has caustics. For those who don't know, the way the light interacts through the water under the surface, that is known as caustics. This was a mini project made in Blender 3D under 2 hours by CG Cookie. Really, really awesome work. And it's actually a course, maybe a course or collection of videos where you can learn to create all of this within 2 hours. Isn't it great? Like 11 unique things you can create within 2 hours. Sessions, isn't it elegant? So cheers to CG Cookie. And the next thing is, oh, this is really nice. By something @JKL1_. He really created something really nice. Like he pushed the boundaries of just Blender. And he's saying, right, the key is here. And the key is here, which means that the key is in the Blender Development Fund. If you don't want to if you don't want to buy new softwares, you can at least support these softwares with a small amount. This really, really is deserving of claps. I'm really sorry that I couldn't get the name of the person here. Whoever the person was did a really awesome job. Really awesome job. The next thing was, it's a free rig for you to see how you can he just also gave a shader for you as well, and they have rigging legs as well as with the stretchy arms and the IKFK snaps. For those who don't know, those are rigging words. Space switch, you can switch the spaces. You can by Wayback, and thanks to Pratik Solanki to bring this up. So Wayback be given a huge round of applause. You deserve it, man, baby. Because not only you are created it, you are given it for others to experiment. And the next thing is by Slash, he's showing the difference between the Filmic and the AGX. How the Filmic used to imitate glowing objects and how AGX actually does. And the next is by Brave Rabbit, added a nice mod to the fab. What you can do is you can change the edge flow of the object. This is actually a very nice feature, maintain how the edge is going to match up with the next thing. Brave Rabbit, you have really won my heart with that. This was just a little thing, like Blender cloth filter still blows me away. Decoded, put a small gag type of put a small meme out of thing. For me, English is a very difficult language, but I will still try my best. Yeah, no way. I can't believe that it used to happen when it was newly introduced. The next thing is, yeah, Dylan gives. They're introducing a new rig. A new rig is in the town along with Chameleon. It's studio quality. It's useful for anime so that you could understand how things can be done or things could be done. Lots of features, lots of options. They also give poses to hands, like you don't need to make different poses, common use poses. And you can go to DilonGooStudios.com. Yeah, I swear I have seen some Simon 3D really created a nice thing. Like this is some kind of a janky, wanky and weird style that I found out to be good too and pleasing in a very weird way. Really, really nice. It's really nice. Simon 3D, because you have created this, it's really deserving a lots of applause. Yep, this is also shows the volumetric, the God rays, the cloud and live rendering capabilities, which was posted by Rui Huang. Wow, really nice. And the next thing was done by Oxman2088. It took a bit longer than expected. He created stretch maps. Look at what he has done out there. Like, isn't it great? It's really awesome, man. It's really awesome. Oh, super bomb, super bomb, super bomb, super bomb. So this is without super bump and this is without super. Boom, just like that. Really nice, really nice. So here Ducky 3D was making real materials. He has a pack on Blender Market as well. Lots and lots of materials out there in this add-on. You could adjust the roughness, you can adjust the variant here, and lots of options are given there. Yeah, this is... No, you can't do multicolored project renders with a single light source. Boom! In your face! Mouse did it with a single light source. In real life, it's very difficult to get such kind of freedom, you know? And this is like... it feels like a post-process thing, but it's magic without logic. You are the deserver. Yeah. So the next thing is by Andy Begg. Dice rolls. Look at how wonderful this was done, man. It's like film quality, man. As if Casino Royale 2 is going to start. Just give a title, Casino Royale 2. And let the dice fall. When your pockets get crumbled because you lost a lot of money. And this was done by Amit. Double slit experiment in Blender. This could show the potential of how Blender can be easily used to explain difficult concepts which are deep inside the science world. Ken tools. This is also a very wonderful thing. Geo tracker. Boom, in your face, geo tracker. You can track any object, 3D track it, and it's done. What more do you want in your life, man? Like, you can track anything. I wish you could track your ex in real life. Hey, the makeup man hasn't arrived. Okay, no problem. We will get it done in post. Hey, we don't have... the makeup has finished off. What can be done? No worry. We got it covered. Hey, we don't have big sets to be done. No worry. I am here. Hey, can you get a pimple on my face? Say no more. Isn't it great? Fire, face. Yeah, hand tools. Make sure to see it. And actually, thanks for coming up with that plugin. Even if it is commercial, it's really useful. For those who don't know how different trackers are there, Buju and other systems, this has everything in it: compositing, modeling, and tracking. This is also a very nice thing by Salman, anime style in Blender 4.0. How easy it is, you know. If the director comes and say, oh, I don't want Instagram, I want the cuckoo. Okay, this is a new service we have. No problem, sir. Say no more. Salman, really nice. Really nice. Look at what Koala OK did this year. This year. And how wide spectrum of work he has, from 3D to 2D to wacky to abstract to low poly to stylistic, particles, animation, warping, and also giving the logos of different softwares, simulation nodes. He's all over the place, man. He's all over the place. Yeah, you have shown the wide spectrum of what Blender is capable of. Could be not, is capable of. And we should support these softwares because you can see what this software can do. So it is our duty. BDF, not WTF, BDF, Blender Development Fund. BDF, man. How should be BDF? Like, alright, this is B. BDF, man. This is B, right? Illustrationmate. Look at what it is and look what can be done. Isn't it great? This is also a very nice thing. From 2D to 3D, look how he used what should we say, parallax to create 3D objects right out of 2D object within BDF, man. Nice. It's really nice. You can make an artist draw something and you can just create 3D out of it. And how immersive you can make and focus on story and characters more than how it is being represented. For your logic, for your out-of-box thinking, for your publishing it, really nice. If this is 3D model, this is rendered. He has shown off what sculpting part of Blender can do. Really nice. Will help you add tracker points to the Blender Bob. What he did was he created.
Hey, Blender Bob here. So I got this scene here that has been tracked. So if we look at it, yeah, everything is working. The problem is I got this cube here and I want to put it on top of the shelf here. And if I do this, of course, it's not going to track. It's not going to work. And I don't have any points to snap it to because the guy who did the tracking is a complete idiot. So what are we going to do? Retrack the scene? Of course not.
You are
Here's
not.
the solution. So I'm going to create an empty here. And I'm going to place it just at the corner of the sheet and the wood, something that I can really
Thank you,
track.
Laurent.
Actually, I don't even need to track. I just need a specific point. I can put my empty exactly there. Now I'm going to use this add-on called Fire. I know it's not a very good name. It has nothing to do with fire.
BDF, man.
It fires a ray, actually, a line that comes from the center of the camera all the way to passing through the empty. So that's why it's called Fire. If you don't like the name, well, take the Python script, change the name to whatever you want. Anyway, I click on it, Fire, and this is what I get. See, when I move the camera, it created this line here. And it goes through here, and you see it touches exactly the point where we wanted to get the reference here. So now if I take this empty here and I snap on the curve, so I will go on the snap to edge, and I can move this on the edge here and just place it there. Now I got an empty exactly where I need it. So now I can take my cube here. The pivot is the origin is already at this place. So now I can go snap to vertex instead, and just move it and snap it there, and now it's tracking. Yay!
And also thanks to Real by Fake.
It's free.
Studio.
And the link is in the description. Enjoy. Bye.
You can see the power of Laurent, Blender Bob. Yeah. Everyone should applaud this person. And Real by Fake for allowing him to give it away to the community, because the community has given him and it's his duty to give it back to the community. This is what humans do. This is how we have survived these many years, giving back. And for Christoph Lendenfeld, with the help of this add-on, you can actually view the exact point of that animation on the F curve, because right now it feels easy. And for the new people, F curves are the curves with the help of which you can change the speed of animation. It's called interpolation. So with the help of this add-on, you could actually directly view that graph. Greg Zoll just updated Metalog. All the shaders at one place. It's like a metalog, like a catalog of all the meta information of Metalog. You can just click and see what are the different elements in the entire scene. It ranges from shader to geometry nodes to compositing as well. What more do you want in your life, man? What more will make you happy? You deserve. Yeah, physical open water add-on. And this is an add-on posted by Martinez Apetis. I don't know if I pronounce your name right because you had lots of on your alphabets. Lots of tuck and your alphabets. So with the help of this you can create like physical waters, large bodies of water, serene water or a little bit of problematic water or Flora Paint. Oh, this is really a nice thing by Casey Ship. This was posted by Casey Ship. You could just draw and grass is there. You could become the next religion maker and people would say he came and just moved the mouse and boom, there was a paradise. This was nice. Why my tenants Jesse Blender SE water smudge mask generator. What it actually does is it creates this marks because of rain that takes place on the corners of the building, on the edges of the building. Just one slider to rule them all, as they say, one ring to rule them all, one slider to rule them all. So what he did was he created a shader for 3D objects to look as an old 2D animation. Okay, Rahul Parihar. And the Comic is 2.1 add-on. Thanks for Rahul Parihar to come up with that thing. Yeah, there is one more post by Dylan Goo Studios. The same thing. The anime girl with the anime rig. You can create animes just like that. Yeah, Studio Alarian came up with this Ghibli style anime style, using just geometry nodes. What a wonderful thing that they come up with. He has made sky with clouds. It's solid, now it's rendered. No one would even remotely understand unless and until they show this, that this is using a 3D software. ASAP Berg gave away this animation. He learned this from Peric Picard. This person has a animation course called Alive Animation. That is also a very nice, recommendable course. Goose FX got a Moose FX. After crafting hundreds of trees, I have decided to automate the process. So just with the slider, you can create either one tree, which would have taken thousands of years to grow, in just a second, and you can create forest, which must have taken lots of years to grow in just seconds. The only thing is that they won't give oxygen to you. And Blender Ryan Will 679. I know this. He has used Flip Fluid add-on. Wow, man, Not because of the logo, but the way a little bit of motion blur within the points of the water would have done away. It takes a lot of time to understand the software, the add-on, coming up with different layers of add-ons, then compositing it, then lighting it, then rendering it, then making a video, posting it on Twitter. Yeah, the god of geometry nodes, Jacques Luke. Geometry node has index switch now. What it does, you have the switch that you could change right away from one mesh to another mesh. I can just imagine what these geometry node angels would come up with. And because you're a god, you deserve my utmost devotion. It's not about age, it's about the mind, how they are using the mind. When Rahul Patil came away, ultimate city generator. Look at what he has come up with, man. Models, streets, buildings, land probability, lights, gardens, trees. That puddles of water, residential buildings, commercial buildings. It's SimCity in your face. They have even smaller houses. City skylines will be like, Blender Hub. He came up with the real way the hand gets turned in our body, anatomically correct. You, my friend, deserve the longest of the long applause, because generally what happens in animation is like they give you away a bone and it's done for the day. It went ahead of the normal. I am finally done by River, because he has really got this thing. If I hadn't shown you on the Twitter, if I hadn't shown you here, you wouldn't even believe me that this was just a simple shot. You would have thought that this is a part of TV series. A human mind, Blender development fund, and passionate people can do. Raccoon graphics. Because in the end, all we need to do is a little bit of love and a little bit of, but I don't have any money, but I don't have any money. But if you have, give it to BDF. So that was the left-headed part of the Blender, which was analytical, and the right-headed part of the Blender, which was artistic. And if you can, you of course should visit blenderjob.com, because this website is going to give you a platform where you could meet with all the people who work in Blender or different softwares which are open source and used for digital content creation, be it Krita, be it LMMS, be it other DAW softwares which could be used for creating music, and all these different people can gather up and can do something awesome. So don't forget to visit blenderjob.com. And if you like this video, you can like this video. If you want, you can share this video. If you want to subscribe, you can of course subscribe. And if all of this thing is not possible, at least watch the entire ads that are falling on this video completely without skipping them. And if possible, you can support me through Patreon's page, as well as PhonePe, Google Pay, and Paytm as well. And with that being said and done, try to see it, understand it, explore it. Until then, I will see you in the next video.